So this is like the pregame stuff, huh?
Yep. Someone
This is
shot.
cool.
Someone shot a flare. Someone shot a flare onto the court.
Welcome to another episode of the Game of Inches Basketball News. In the first article that we're going to be looking at, the NBA fines the Miami Heat $25,000 for violating injury reporting rules. So with that being said, Corey, what do you think?
Every single player on the Miami Heat roster was listed as injured. But earlier, the Nets, I talked about this earlier. The Nets had something similar to happen where they had 8 players out. And I think DeMarcus was saying, we were talking about it yesterday afternoon. Imagine if all other teams start doing it in protest.
So I think that the NBA has the right idea fining these teams for the way they're handling their injuries. So I think number one, it is good for the NBA to get away from this notion that at any given night, any player can take the night off for load management. So I think the NBA has listened to its fan base and realized that its fan base doesn't like how much load management is taking place in the game today. So I think they are, one, trying to limit that, and then two, if you're a sports bettor, trying to bet on a game where the whole roster is day to day, it's impossible. Like the companies, the casinos that are offering the sports betting stuff, they don't know what odds to give. The people who are taking the other side of the bet don't know what odds they're getting. And people are spending a lot of money on this. So I think that's another aspect that makes this pretty concerning when you start abusing your injury report list in a way that the teams have been this year. The Heat are actually a team that we brought up on this channel about a week ago after just about everyone on the roster was listed on the injury report. So this is something we've already been talking about and following. So,
well, I think Adam Silver watches our videos because he heard us complaining and moaning about AD and LeBron and the Lakers and several players on the Nets and those stupid those Ben Simmons orange pants living rent-free in my head still as well. But
pink sweater.
No, but I agree with you. I think the NBA should be cracking down on every team, or any team that's doing this. I think they should be going after the Lakers next because they have all that, all that star power. Yet it's like, no, I don't want to play.
Yeah, you actually make a good point. The Lakers are fairly consistent on their injury report in that
certain players are too.
Most of the team never makes it on the injury report, but the two main players on the Lakers have been day to day for 2 years now. So I would like to see the NBA actually do something about that. It hasn't been actually 2 years straight. That's a hyperbole, but I'd say if you went back, it would be at least 75% of the games they were listed day to day over the last 2 years. So just going back to the sports betting thing and fans, it's just how do you know if you want to buy tickets to a game if you don't know if the players you want to watch are actually going to play, So yeah. It reduces the incentives for fans to get involved. It's just a bad deal all around, and there's really not a whole lot of benefit for having flu-like symptoms every day, The Lakers' Anthony Davis is likely to undergo MRI after injuring foot. Anthony Davis last night left the game midway through with a foot injury, and this is similar to how he left the game 8 minutes in the other day that we were talking about this similar situation. So, with that being said, Corey, what do you think?
I think he is fine, and I feel like Anthony Davis would be the person to fake an injury, and he would be he has the money to pay for an MRI that isn't needed.
He's the old Jamal Murray, not an old Jamal Murray.
When you think about that, as Anthony Davis with a smooth move, but
Oh my
he
God!
tweaked his ankle on the-
No, he didn't.
The late Anthony Davis, right now, is reported by our.
What? He didn't do anything.
An old
You're kidding
Jamal
me.
Murray.
When you think about that, as
Dude,
Anthony Davis
he
with a
didn't.
smooth move,
Oh, come on! And it's not. I'm not trying to sound like a dick. If he's actually hurt, then he's actually hurt. Then there's nothing else I can say about that. But just in the past, like you said, this dude has been day to day for almost consistently 2 years now. So it's like, is this guy actually hurt now? Because like this whole time, it's like the little boy cried wolf. Because like, what happens when Anthony Davis gets like seriously injured? I'm gonna sit there and be like, oh, he's fine. He's just faking it. Unless I literally see his bone coming out of his leg or something like that. But I don't know. We'll see. I mean, do you know if we have the results of it, or is this just they announced that he's gonna have an MRI?
No, they just announced he's going to have an MRI. Actually, I don't know if they have the results, but I know they announced this. And I agree with you that it's highly unlikely he's actually injured. So I would have expected the MRI to have been done last night and the results to already be in. I think this was from 10 o'clock last night, so
Oh,
I'm sure
yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that's
the
not.
results were in and he's fine. So
Well, that's probably gonna happen either later.
Sure.
Well, knowing Anthony Davis, he's like, you know what? No, I'll wait for tomorrow to do it. I'll wait.
I don't know.
until-
I mean, that's like more of like the Lakers, you know, like you have all of that kind of stuff available in the facility at the game. So I'm sure while the game was going, they were doing that kind of stuff in the locker room.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they had the results sometime overnight, but I don't know. I'm sure he's fine, as this happens like every game. We were literally just talking about this about a week ago. He left the game. After 8 minutes of play, he had 1 point on terrible shooting and was taken out of the game and did not return and was listed with flu-like symptoms. So, I don't know, it's just like you're saying, when he's not playing very well and making all the shots, he tends to have a confidence problem that can show up in situations like this. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think we
I
just
think
have
it'll be fun.
yeah, we just have to see, and we'll just have to wait for the MRI. We'll wait for the results.
But, really quick before we did leave this article, I just want to mention Russell Westbrook got a triple-double last night off the bench. So, congratulations to him. He's playing very well in his new role.
Maybe the Lakers can get rid of Davis and LeBron. Westbrook can be the new cornerstone. Yeah.
Instead of being injured overnight.
Never just hear me out. My final thoughts. LeBron goes to goes over to Europe. And Anthony Davis comes to the Bulls, and the Lakers are fine with Westbrook.
That would be fucking crazy shit, dude. If
It's like, dude,
LeBron
it's
went
like-
to Europe, that'd
dude.
be cool.
LeBron
would
to
like
Europe. It's like fucking Ronaldo to Saudi Arabia.
I think that'd be interesting. I always wondered what would happen if, like, imagine the top player in their prime right now. Just, I guess in this situation, it would be like a
That's what happens.
Giannis Antetokounmpo or something.
Uh-huh.
Got in an argument with like Adam Silver of the NBA. It was just like, you know, fuck you guys. I'm just gonna go play in Europe, even though I'm the best player in the world.
That's exactly
Imagine if,
what
like,
happened.
Luka Doncic and Nikola Jokic and Antetokounmpo went overseas to like a European league
Like going
because
back
they're all
to Europe.
European.
Yeah, dude, that'd be crazy. Or
So,
even
like, if you wanted to watch the best players in the world, you'd have to watch something other than the NBA.
Alright, so
I've thought about that.
really quickly, I know you're not a fan of soccer, but think about this. Imagine teams in the NBA setting up trades with teams in Europe.
That sounds like it would be super interesting if everything worked out in the back end.
Right?
Sounds like there would be a lot of variables in the back end from like a business perspective.
Oh, obviously, I'm just throwing it out there.
Yeah, I really like that idea though.
It's a thought. I'll throw this as like a like.
And
a
again, like all the European players just enter the NBA draft. So
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like at a point where like European basketball leagues or like certain European basketball teams are better than certain NBA teams. I think at some point, like, you know how like for example, I could be playing for the Chicago Fire or the Colorado Rapids, and fucking Chelsea can call me and say, hey, we'll give you this amount of money if you come play with us. Like I'd get shipped off from the US to Europe in a heartbeat. I wish that goes back and forth. I hope that happens in basketball. I think that'd be fucking awesome.
yeah, I would like to see more competition for the NBA because
I think we should start partnering
the
with
NBA
Spanish.
is doing too many experiments that
Real
are
Real
not fun to
Madrid,
watch.
Barcelona, Bayern. There are so many soccer clubs that have a joint basketball club.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And honestly, a lot of them are getting into esports too. Like, I don't know, Madison Square Garden is one that comes to the top of my head.
Well,
There's a bunch of European teams though also. Esports is bigger in like Europe and Asia.
oh, it's
not really
huge. Oh my god, it's huge. Although I've always wanted to go to one of these events, but I know if I go, I'm gonna get judged by everybody.
I like how they have like these franchises that are expanding into all different sports too. I think that's really
Right.
cool.
You know what's even cooler? Have you ever heard of the NBA 2K League?
The esports league, right?
For NBA 2K, there's
Yeah.
the 76ers have a team, Blazers, Bucks, Cavs, Celtics, Gen Z, not Gen G.
Yeah, man, the fucking
That's
if
Chinese.
you ever
team.
play an NBA 2K game, like while the game is loading up, they like just like shove a whole bunch of fucking marketing down your fucking throat about
yeah.
the fucking esports stuff. So
Alright, last
I don't
so yeah,
play
no,
NBA 2K.
I
You
know-
have
I
to know that.
yeah. I know you have to leave in
Whether
30
you want
minutes,
to
so
or
I'm just trying to keep us on schedule here.
Oh, sounds good. My bad.
No, you're good. No. I'm just.
I appreciate that as I'm the one that is crunched on time this morning.
I got you. All right. So the Mexico City game. We're having the 31st game in Mexico. Spurs versus Heat. Obviously, the Heat are gonna win. So, what are your thoughts?
I think it's really cool based on what we were just talking about that the NBA is doing a lot more games around the world. They also have some games over in Europe and some games over in Asia. So I think this is playing a big role in getting people interested in the NBA from around the world. And the fan base has grown quite a bit over the last like 5-10 years. So I really like the way the game of basketball is reaching all different places of the different countries, and it's just becoming a world sport over the years. So I definitely like seeing a couple games here and there being played in different countries, as I think it is good for the branding of the NBA. So that's about all I got on that.
There are, as of right now, there's 109 international players from 39 different countries around the world. That's more.
That's actually a pretty cool statistic.
That's more countries than there are in the World Cup. The
And
Raptors.
a lot of the best players are from countries out of the U.S. too.
Like the
Jokic,
Raptors. The Raptors.
Antetokounmpo, Doncic.
the entire like 10 players on the Raptors are international. The Mavs and Thunder both have 7 each. So
Yeah.
So like I know we're growing in Europe, Canada, obviously with the Raptors. But I want to
China's
see.
big too.
I'm sorry.
I said China's big too.
Oh well, God, how could I forget about our overlords? Sorry about that. Yeah. So there's China. I want to see some more Mexican guys. I want to see some dudes from Argentina, Japan, Antarctica. Grab a penguin or some shit like
Yo,
that.
Argentina? Facu Campazzo.
Oh,
Facu!
right. That guy. Oh, no, I'm saying, like, more.
Yeah,
Or, like,
I'm just
maybe...
saying Facu is a fun player to watch. I really like him.
Gotta watch your mouth when you say that name in front of children.
Yeah, honestly, fuck you. I never thought about it like that, but that's funny that
Yeah,
you
it's
mention
alright.
it.
I have a dirty mind. But, like, I want to see some giant, like, Icelandic Viking dude to come in. I want to, like, some dude from, like, the Scandinavian area. How many Russian
I don't know.
guys? Like,
Have you looked up? Have you seen Jonas Valanciunas? I don't know how to pronounce it. Valanciunas? No, I always mispronounce it. I call him Jonas.
Jonas.
Yeah, I think he's like Finnish or Denmark. Markkanen is Finnish. I don't know where.
Oh my God!
Jonas
How could I
is good.
forget about Markkanen? He was on the Bulls.
With Jonas's beard, he looks like a Viking.
God damn it! I don't. Hold on. Jonas. I'm just gonna look up. Jonas
Valanciunas.
NBA.
Yes.
Valanciunas.
Valanciunas. Yeah.
Valanciunas. Oh shit! Oh yeah, you're right.
Doesn't he look like a Viking? Can you pull it up on the screen so anyone watching can see too?
Yeah. No, I was gonna do that in post. 'Cause, I mean, you know what he looks like, right?
Oh, alright. So, yeah, you can do editing.
Yeah.
That makes
Sneaky.
sense.
Damn, dude.
See?
Yo, he's Lithuanian.
Alright. Yeah, I don't know.
No. But still. But still.
I think his
It's-
beard makes him look like a Viking.
No. I agree with you.
When you
But
said Viking, that was the first person that came to mind.
like, I think it would be so cool in the future to see an NBA World Cup separated from the Olympics. Every 4 years. I think that'd be fucking awesome.
You mean for NBA or what?
It's no, I'm saying like a basketball World Cup. You know how the World Cup is
Oh,
separated.
yeah.
However, I will say you got to be careful, because you got to give players time to rest. Like maybe the World Cup could happen during maybe like 1 month in between the season or something like that. But imagine like 10 or 11 years down the road, you got not only can you go to the NBA for elite basketball, you can go to France, Spain, fucking England, Mexico, all these different.
France is a really good squad.
Yeah, exactly. Like just you can go to all these Germany's Greece.
Me too. So let's wrap the video up there. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Hope there's some good basketball games on tonight. And we will catch you in the next episode of the Game of Inches Basketball News.
Peace.